well inspectors. We are not well inspectors, and we are not septic inspectors. I already did the roof. You're gonna go around the house. Again, I always recommend the gutters to have extenders, so like that water doesn't go into the foundation, because if you see, this foundation is kind of moist, so the more water intrusion goes in, the more damage you're gonna get to the foundation. So we are looking here at the roof, at the windows. You can see these windows are very old. They made out of wood. The new windows inside, see those windows inside are made out of wood. The new windows are aluminum and vinyl, double hunk windows. We have an exterior aluminum to protect that wooded, but that's, again, this is the carport, and it's not that important to get to have insulation or to have heated square feet, because there's no living person in there. Nobody lives inside the carport. Again, I recommend the any vegetable, any trees, any plants, they have to be 12 feet away from the structure in order for so it won't have any damages. Right here we have a loose shutter. Loose shutter, again, is not a water intrusion situation, but it's gonna keep on messing up, and you have to recommend repairs. Again, we have a loose shutter right there. You see it? So we're gonna go ahead and take a picture of that too. Let me take a picture of that too. There you go. And what I'll do is putting my hands all over. So basically, I want to check if there's any rotted wood, like moisture. So I want to go ahead and check that. I want to go ahead and check the sidings. This is the brick siding, so you want to check if there's no crack. Again, we have a trees very close to the siding. See that? So we want to go ahead and recommend trimming these trees in order to not get any damages to the house, because it's really hard to get to see the house, to see the siding, when you have trees so close to the house. Again, we're looking at these soffits. See all the soffits? We take a picture of the soffits, just make sure everything is good. These columns, we'll go ahead and touch them, push them, see if there's any loose columns. Again, those are soffits there. That's how the house breathes. It has lungs. If the house doesn't have lungs, like vents, soffits, ridge, gable ends, then you have major moisture damage in the property. Now look at this. See this? We have there cracks on the foundation, and we have here, you could look at it, you could see right there we have a gap between okay. We will check all electricity, make sure it's good. But here we will take a picture because this needs to have a cap. Right, you see it? It needs to have a cap so water won't go into the electrical and cause a fire. That's a safety issue. It needs to be recommended with repairs to put a cap on it. It could be a general contractor. It doesn't have to be an electrician because this is not, is electrical, but is only a cap, so it doesn't have to be an electrician. It could be recommendation by a general contractor. Again, we want to report these gaps right here because either caulking with cement caulking or other epoxy or seeping, that will cover those things in there, so we won't have any moisture coming into the foundation anymore. We're gonna look at the seals. You have messed up seals here, so I had to take a picture of that. And we're gonna go around anyway. We're gonna go inside the property and check. First we do the exterior, up, down, inside out. Up, down, inside out. That's like the making the burgers at Burger King. The same way. Upside, up, down, inside out. Right? See, we got a loose nail in there. See right there? That's a pop-up nail. Again, these are the soffits where the house breathes. And I already checked the roof, and there wasn't no ridge upstairs in the roof. Usually they will have a ridge, but this house is breathing by soffits all around. And then you have a ventilation here too. We'll just take a picture of that. Those are vents. The more you have the house breathing, the more it is better for you. Now look at this. This was a repair done. This is a major differential. Let's call it differential movement in the property. So something happened here because they did the repairs. As you can see, they did repairs here all across, all the way down. But we have to check this again to see if there's any other movement, because you could see movement all around. We're gonna take pictures of the steps coming up because you want to report that too on the report about the steps. I take a lot of pictures basically because you never know what I could miss. We're gonna go around the property again. That one is good because it has the extenders. See, these are extenders right there. They come down and they extend away from the property, and that's what we want. We want water going away from the property, not towards the property. So we are looking at all these sidings. They're very old, and you can see they haven't cleaned the windows for a while, but that's not an issue here because that's only cosmetic stuff. We don't report on cosmetic. Agents, they don't want to see a lot of stuff in the report. Again, look at that repair they did there. You see it right in the corner? I'm gonna take a picture of that. That was a major repair where you had movement to the foundation of the property. Okay, you could report any kind of peeling, like paint peeling. Maybe they want to paint that. That's the issue, but it depends what you want to do on the report. Again, you see here, you got major moisture in here. See that? How my feet goes up? And you can see they put vapor barriers all around to protect water from going inside the foundation. See how water goes in? Again, I'll suggest cleaning the gutters and making sure they all clean. Okay, upstairs, if you're gonna see that video, the gutters were clogged completely. So make sure you put that. And also there was I took a picture of the vents, the flashing on the vents. They was like lifted a little bit. This will create water intrusion again, and it will damage the roof. So we want to recommend further evaluation and repairs by a general contractor. This is not a big deal, but I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of that. You could put it in the report, but it's not a big deal because that could be filled in or caulked in with cement. And here is here you have this is called not an in-ground but over the head electrical. So we have an over the head electrical, and that should be way past 12 feet in the air. But what we see here, we see a lot of trees and vines and roses and whatever it is, plants, right? We see all this stuff around the electrical service panel. This is your electrical service panel. So all your, I'm gonna open it up here so you can see, these are all your breakers. Breakers are in the outside, but you have to have a 30 by 30 clearance all around the electrical panel, because this is a safety hazard. So right now I cannot open up the electrical panel and really check inside because of all these trees. We do have the ground rod. You see the ground rod? It's coming down. I'm gonna take a picture of that. The ground rod, and it's connected right to here, to this ground. So that's good. We have a ground electrical panel to the ground rod. This is a General Electric electrical panel, so I'm gonna go ahead and report that. You make sure you put that in your report. These are the breakers. Has 600 amps breakers, and 240 watts, 240 amps. See, I'll close this right here. And we want to check, and I'll poke this a little bit. You see that? I'm poking it.